Local breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
A judge shoots down a request to reinstate the case against a man accused in a large puppy mill. Hear from both sides tonight.
And new information from the USDA on Hollyweil standing with inspectors as park officials address their critics in the wake of the fire that killed 27 animals.
First tonight, the mess in the Northeast. Massive wind and snow, still a major problem in some parts. Some sectors of Maine, as you see here, saw nearly 30 inches of snow.
And it's still coming down. Storm's effects have extended all the way into North Carolina as we take a live view here from our Asheville sky cam. Certainly no major snow there. Cloudy and cold right now. And here's the man, Chief Meteorologist John Cessrich, who is in the know. John, that storm up over your left shoulder there is a monster, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. I know some people have been complaining about that folks in the Big Apple in New York City didn't get as much snow as expected, but it's such a fine line once these bands start to shape up. And as this storm actually tracked just a hair off to the right, meaning just a little bit to the east, and when it did that, it took the extremely heavy snow and moved it over Long Island. Long Island ended up with 20 to 25 inches of snow with incredibly tall drifts thanks to winds gusting to 40 to 50 miles per hour. In New York City, 5 to 10 inches of snow. So just to the east, it got heavier and heavier. Right around 20 inches of snow plus around Boston, but in some places in Massachusetts, they've had as much as 30, 33 inches of snow. And the strongest wind gust, as expected, over Cape Cod. They had winds gusting to 78 miles per hour overnight last night through this morning. That is over hurricane force gust. And now the heavy snow beginning to move up into Maine, and Bangor, Maine getting hit really hard with strong winds and very heavy snow. Our northwesterly flow is now tapered off, maybe a few leftover flurries along the North Carolina-Tennessee line, but really that's about it. The winter weather advisory is canceled right at the top of the hour right now, so there are no watches, warnings, or advisories throughout the western Carolinas and northeastern Georgia. But it is quite cold outside, and I'll show you those numbers a little bit later on. Now back to you, Carol.
Thanks, John. And don't forget, our WYFF4 meteorologists are always tracking the weather. You can stay up to date by downloading the free WYFF4 weather app to your iPhone or Android. Search WYFF in your app store.
Now to a case that changed the law in Anderson County when it comes to puppy mills.
But tonight a judge has ruled she will not reinstate the charges against the man accused of running that operation. WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither is live and local at the Anderson County Sheriff's Office for us. Mandy, will the Sheriff's Office appeal this ruling?
They have 30 days to decide. Meanwhile, the defense attorney in this case is applauding the judge's decision. Donald Black was arrested in August 2013. 153 dogs were seized from his property in Star, and he was accused of mistreating those animals. In December, Judge Nancy Devine dismissed the case, saying the defense wasn't provided all of the information it had requested. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office appealed, saying it handed over everything the attorney asked for, but Judge Devine has now ruled that the case will not be reinstated.
She didn't allow public opinion or anything like that to sway her. She saw the evidence of the discrepancies in the discovery that was provided, and she followed through with what I believe that her position requires.
Part of the point came down to is information coming from another agency, and we're not required to give that information from the other agency. So we feel at this point that we supplied everything that we were supposed to.
Now, Black had already relinquished his rights to the dogs so that they could be adopted out. Sheriff John Skipper says his office is now going over court record to make sure the Sheriff's Office did comply with what they were asked to do. Meanwhile, Black's attorney says there's a strong possibility Black will now file suit. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4 live in Anderson County.
Mandy, thank you. A Hendersonville court found a man accused of killing his wife back in 2012 guilty of first-degree murder today. Deputies say Michael Wilkie reported his wife, Shelby Ann Wilkie, missing in January 3 years ago. Henderson County officials said several sources led them to investigate Wilkie and arrest him in connection with his wife's death. Wilkie will serve life in prison with no parole. Shelby left behind a 3-month-old baby when she died. Authorities have positively identified 2 bodies as those of a Georgia couple who disappeared after driving 3 hours to buy a classic car. 28-year-old Ronnie Towns turned himself into Georgia authorities yesterday. He stands accused of malice murder and armed robbery. Telfair County deputies say Bud Runyon and his wife June were shot to death. Runyon had posted a Craigslist ad seeking a classic car. and had traveled to Telfair County to meet the potential seller.
A man has died after a wreck last night on Holly Springs Road in Inman. The coroner tells us 32-year-old Robert Tanner Jr. of Inman was pronounced dead there where it happened. The Highway Patrol tells us the wreck happened around 11:20 last night, and troopers are still investigating. We're covering this breaking news just into our newsroom. Anderson County deputies say a tractor-trailer has crashed there, and right now it's spilling fuel on Highway 178 at Bow Road in Anderson. Deputies aren't sure at this point if it's carrying the fuel or if it's coming from the truck's own fuel tank. Hazmat teams have been called in to help with the cleanup.
Hollywild officials say an investigation into the fire that killed 27 animals at the park found no problems, and their operations have received an all clear by the USDA. WYFF News 4's Ashley Swan is live and local at Hollywild with what the USDA is saying about that.
Hollywild officials tell us an inspector was here yesterday specifically in reference to the fire and found no non-compliant items. I spoke with a USDA representative this afternoon, though, who says that while that may be true, there is still an open investigation into the park's operations here. Last spring, an inspector repeatedly cited the park for, among other things, inadequate veterinary care. We asked a park spokesman this afternoon to address those concerns. She said, quote, "We don't look backwards, we look forward here." Animal rights activists don't appear ready to let go of the past. Just this week, PETA asked for a second federal investigation into the fire, this time to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. They want the park closed and some of the surviving primates relocated. In response to that, the park spokesman said, quote, "We know there's negativity out there, but we are moving forward. We're being positive, and we know that's possible. We have a lot of support." Park staff here hoping that they see some of that public support when they reopen starting on weekends in March. Ashley Swan, WYFF News 4, live tonight in Inman.
Thank you. Some people who use BB&T Bank may encounter some trouble with your accounts. Bank officials say BB&T has had a processing issue. It happened early this morning, and it caused some client accounts to show incorrect balances or funds simply not available. They say the issue should have been corrected later today. Officials say the bank will refund any fees that arise from the problem.
Family and friends gathered this afternoon to say goodbye to Tommy Weish. A memorial service was held at the Gunter Theater at the Peace Center. The attorney, civic leader, and philanthropist was known for his efforts to shape Greenville. The pavilion near the Gunter Theater is named for him. He helped create a nearby footbridge, too. Some of his greatest accomplishments include helping to revitalize downtown Greenville and protecting natural beauty in the upstate. Tommy Weish died Friday at the age of 88. Paris Mountain State Park could be expanding. The group Friends of Paris Mountain State Park is raising money to buy a 160-acre parcel of land. It's here, southwest of the Sulphur Springs Trail. So far, the group has raised about 78% of the funds, but it still has to raise about $280,000 more.
And one of the things that really excites us is that as citizens, we don't often have a chance to have an impact on the places we love. And this is a way for the public to get involved and to really help make the park bigger and better.
I think it would be awesome if we could add some more trails up here. I mean, it would bring more people to the park. Expansion is a great idea.
You can head to WYFF4.com for a link if you'd like to donate.
Politics for you now in Spartanburg today. Texas Governor Rick Perry said he'll make a decision and announcement about running for president come May or June. Perry was at the Chapman Cultural Center for a panel discussion today and says the U.S. is only a few good decisions away from exploding economically. Now, our Beth Brotherton, whom you saw there, was part of the panel, and she asked the governor if he'd choose Governor Nikki Haley as a running mate. Perry said Haley will likely be on the short list for the next presidential ticket.
You got a governor here that's being a real competitor. She believes in that 10th Amendment concept just like I do, gets up every day, putting policies into place to make South Carolina be more competitive. I'd like to see that happen all across the country.
Governor Perry put a lot of focus today on the 10th Amendment, which gives the government powers granted by the Constitution. Anything not listed in the Constitution is left to the states.